But what I'm saying is coming off of such, so we talked about Ant-Man and the Wasp coming off of Infinity War. The way you come off of those things is with a top hitter. Even if Far From Home, because Far From Home is the next one, right?
Yes.
Even if Far From Home might not have been the best movie, the star power that Spider-Man has is enough for people to feel satisfied with that coming off of
The fact that we got
so
him
crazy.
back.
Yeah.
We got him back, and I think they did it in a beautiful way that you just saw him back, but you didn't.
Yeah.
You were so intrigued, and he is a hitter character.
That's what I'm saying. Like you need a big name coming off a big movie. Ant-Man and the Wasp kind of like was a product of their own.
I think it's a better little ease into it, but I think it still has some of those things where like it was such a big culmination that anything after is gonna feel a little less.
For sure. Where do you place it? A part of me.
I think this has to go top of good
Yep.
or end of goated. No, near the end of goated.
I think it goes above Age of Ultron.
I think so as well. Or you can make a case that it's at the very tail end of goated because of Mysterio, because of the multiverse tease.
It just feels. I had to see what else ends up in goated if we rearrange it, but off of initial, I think it's the best in good so far.
Leading the charge in good.
Yeah, for sure.
Off of that, Multiverse of Madness.
Underwhelming. Yeah. I think they had a real good shot to make the first R-rated horror. I thought they were gonna let Sam Raimi.
Wait, no. I am wrong. I'm like, that doesn't make sense because that was after the other Spider-Man film. This is one. We're kicking off. Yes, we're kicking off the shows now.
Okay.
WandaVision.
It's so hard.
I'm very interested.
That's so hard because did you watch it?
Yes.
Can
I give you my 2 cents?
Yeah.
I think it gets more flack than what it deserves.
I think
I think it's a great thing. It was very, very experimental. This is the only thing that was 10 episodes. Sure, you could have shaved down one. It did drag on a little bit, but I love the experimental format. They had a lot of callbacks and things they did The Office, they did Malcolm in the Middle type homage and stuff, and I love to see. I'm a really big fan of when superheroes are doing more than just being superhero media.
Yeah.
And I think this delivered. Although that ending fight was a little bit underwhelming, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah, I think it was a solid first like Disney Plus show. I think it's in good.
Where would you place it in good?
Behind Age of Ultron.
Oh, that high? You think it's better than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Oh, no.
I would place it slightly under Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Just right in the middle.
Yep.
I think it's a solid introduction to what these shows are going to be.
Okay. What's next?
After that is the second Disney Plus show. We're totally in quarantine era.
Yeah, this is
during
the world
that
is
time.
shut down right now.
Yes.
You're probably at home collecting a $7,000 check from being laid off.
Some of you guys
and COVID relief, and we're
just
just
stacked up on toilet paper for some reason,
Yep.
and you are glued to the TV
peak
watching.
human comedy was made through TikToks. Like people had so much time to be home and be creative. It just revolutionized media.
Coming off of that, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay, I have a hot take for this one. I enjoyed this show. It followed Captain. It felt as close as a Captain America film we can get. Like more Captain America. It felt like that. It felt slow paced, a little more story driven, a little more character driven. It wasn't the big bang.
It wasn't. I think the Flag Smashers were really underwhelming, though.
They were. There was also this. Did you know, real quick? There was also this storyline that got cut out because of COVID. In the show, there was during the snap or the blip, there was supposed to be this like sickness that swept and did get a bunch of people, and it killed off a bunch of like of the population. This all happened around the same time COVID popped off. So they actually cut that out because so many people were dying from COVID. They thought if that might hit home for some people, that like it'll deter people from watching our show. So they cut that whole storyline out because there's a episode where the girl, what's her name? The girl with the red hair.
I forget her name.
Yeah, her mom like just dies randomly. There was a whole subplot of a sickness that she's doing stuff for the cure.
That explains so much of the anger and the oh wow.
But
I did not know that.
Yeah. So with that in mind, unfortunately, it's not what we got, but I enjoyed it. I think the payoff at the end between like Sam becoming Captain America,
The suit
was amazing. I thought it was cool. I thought it was solid. But I have to put it. I know, like that's just a personal. It's a cult classic for me. I know it. I know it's not received well and maybe not that great. So I think I put it at the end of good somewhere, like right in front of Incredible Hulk.
Right in front of Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, I don't think it's better than any of these.
I'd fight for it being above Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
because I love the banter between
Sam
and Bucky.
That was my favorite in Civil War. Yeah, I can put it in front
I love that.
Doctor
and
Strange.
then there's a lot of moments when I saw that when he killed somebody with the shield.
Oh, that was brutal. That was crazy.
It's these moments that you have to remember, you know.
That was sick. I love that shit.
Yeah, I think I would fight for it being at the tail end of good, but it's not better than Iron Man 3 in my opinion.
But better than Doctor Strange for sure.
Yeah, better than those two films.
For sure.
All right, Matt. Let's go ahead and speed run through a little bit of these because they're shows and this video has to get put out at some point.
Okay, so what's next?
Loki season 1.
Great.
Loki season 1.
Goated.
Wearing goated.
In front of Black Panther for sure. In front of Ragnarok. It might be in front of Guardians.
You think so?
Because it's important. It's important to the narrative moving forward.
It set up the multiverse.
Yes. So yes.
It set up the multiverse. Yes. It has to be right behind another important, which was the start.
Setup, yeah.
Which was the start, obviously. Upcoming next, the first film in a while.
Which one?
Black Widow.
That one suffered from being made too late.
Yeah, man.
It was a good movie had it been made maybe 6 years sooner. 4 years sooner.
If this was released like
before Infinity War, Scarlett Johansson was like at her peak right around that time. Mm-hmm. I put it in good though. I put it above Captain Marvel, but not better than Ant-Man. I don't think it's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie, but it's not better than Ant-Man.
We can go ahead and throw it on there.
Where do you rank it?
I think it's lower than that. I think it's right under. I would put it under Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
You think so?
I think so.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it's not better than Iron Man 3.
I don't think so.
Not.
This is one of the ones that it's another breather movie.
Put it behind.
I think this is slightly
Falcon.
Better than Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Because of it's literally just Yelena carrying a lot.
Yeah, she carries it. Even what's his face, David Harbour or whatever the actor. Yeah. Even he cared for Red. What was his name? Red Guardian. Red Guardian.
Yeah,
it was cool. It was cool. Yeah,
it has nice moments, but unfortunately,
it came out too late.
It came out too late, and it suffered from variables that we have to take into account, but not too much.
Yeah.
So it's in good. I still think it gets a little bit more flack than what it deserves.
What next?
This is Marvel's What If season 1.
I don't even know if that's a fair ranking because it's not like it's good, entertaining, but I don't think it doesn't have anything to do with the overall narrative. But if you wanted to put it in there, I think I'd put it in middle of good.
Middle of good?
Yeah. Maybe like around right above Captain Marvel.
Yep.
Right there.
Yeah. Right there. All right. Coming off of that, one of the most slept on hitters.
Oh, shit.
Shang-Chi.
You think so?
I think so.
You think so?
I enjoyed this movie. It was surprising. I thought it was going to be a dud.
I'm surprised that we haven't got a sequel announced for it.
Me too.
I don't think we will.
Really?
I don't know. It's already been like 3 years.
It has.
Are they going to wait another 5 years?
I just think again. I'm a really big fan of like fight choreography and things. Oh like
yeah.
that.
I feel like there wasn't enough of it though. At least on Shang-Chi's side.
But no, it was. I think this was a sleeper in my opinion.
Where do you put it? Good?
I would put it in good. I would put it right under Guardians Volume 2.
Damn. Okay.
I think for the overall...
Yeah.
Actually, no. Above Ant-Man and the Wasp. I don't think it's better than Spider-Man. I don't think it hits that hard.
It's not better than Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah.
It's better than Ant-Man and the Wasp, though.
Yeah. I would put it right there.
Yep.
And Matt, again, just to speed run through this. Eternals.
I want to give this another shot. But
What
off
do you
of
mean?
initial, I feel like it won't be. It's not as bad as I think it is, or I remember it.
Have you rewatched it?
I've seen it twice,
bro.
I think it's probably slightly above. I don't know. What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
Mid.
That bad?
It's not even bad. It's just middle of the road. You know? That's the only interesting part was the end credit scene.
Damn. I feel like it's not that horrible.
Oh, you can state a case.
I don't have a case. I don't have a case. It's mid. Put it in mid.
Okay.
Put it in mid.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because we do have a pretty bad, if you don't think it's as bad as mid. I don't think it's unbearable. I think there's only a couple on here that I would find unbearable.
It might be unbearable though. It was slow. It was boring. That's the thing. It was just boring.
You're right.
It was just boring.
This might be our first
I
unbearable.
think it'd be unbearable because it's just boring. It had so much potential to be good. Had all the star power, all the.
But I think that's to a fault because for them to get us to care about 7 different characters
that's what I'm saying.
In the span of one movie, what the fuck were you thinking?
It's
guys?
It's hard. But what's the alternative? You do an Avengers style setup where you do multiple movies to get there, and then it's just I just don't. There's a code. It just they didn't crack it.
Yeah, maybe it would have worked better in the show, honestly.
Yeah.
This is one of those.
Yeah. That should have been a show.
It
Falcon and the
should've-
Winter Soldier could have been a movie. WandaVision could have been a movie. This one should have been a show. Mm-hmm. I think a 10-episode show. We got it.
10-episode show. Speaking of shows, I think this is one of the most sleepers as well when it comes to the show. I really enjoy this one, mainly because I'm a Kate Bishop fan.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and the protagonist is a celebrity crush of mine, but we move along. Hawkeye the show.
yeah, Hawkeye.
I was gonna say Hawkeye the Winter Soldier.
Hawkeye and Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
I think it was actually really good. It's probably one of my favorites of the Vision. I think it's behind Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's behind Loki.
On Goated?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that high?
Yeah, I think it's a solid show.
So just so you're putting it above Guardians?
Ooh, damn.
And then above Ragnarok and above I think it's better than the first Avenger.
That's what. Yeah, it's definitely better than it's.
Okay, I'm gonna. Would you agree to put it in between here?
Yeah.
Ragnarok and.
Yeah, I meant it's behind Loki in terms of the shows in general.
Oh.
But yeah,
Can I just say something real quick?
what?
If the ending scene to this would have been Spider-Man even just swinging on frame.
Yeah,
Because it's taking place in the
same fucking time, winter and
If we
everything.
would have gotten that,
could you imagine they just connected the scene of No Way Home of him just doing his thing in his new suit, and they just show that glimpse really
they're
quick,
like, what the
and
and
then
that's it.
you know that's all we needed. We'd have been
That's-
like, oh shit, that's my boy.
This would have bumped it up to under
Yeah.
to like.
Yeah.
I truly believe so.
Yeah.
Backing off that, Matt. We have Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Godly.
Has to be. Has to be.
I think I even put it above Avengers.
Do you think we're being biased by saying that?
No, it has 3 Spider-Man from 3 different franchises or from 3 different iterations of it.
But that's if you're following along. Let's say this is my first time seeing this.
It's history. If you didn't know about any of the Spider-Man,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be watching this film to begin with. It's just what it is. I think it's that. I think fan payoff is more than the first Avengers.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think fan payoff is more. I think this is top fan payoff.
It is,
I think
but
it-
I don't think it's a better movie. It's when you look at it stacked up a movie. I don't think it's better. It's not a better movie than Infinity War or Endgame. It's not even a better movie than Avengers. But I could put the team up Avengers under the team up of the 3 Spider-Man. That's how much Spider-Man has a hold on people.
So you would put this above Civil War?
Yes,
That's a tough one.
I think I put it above Civil War.
That is a tough one that I cannot disagree on.
Yeah.
It has to go there. Spider-Man is just a draw to begin with, and to have 3 of them.
I still put it above the Avengers, but yeah,
Yo, you put it above Avengers?
I would. I'm just saying, like, I feel like it just has
Narrative-wise?
No, that's what I'm saying. I do think Avengers is a better made movie, but I might be biased. I think putting it
Fuck it,
behind.
this is our list. It's going right there. I don't give a shit. Go ahead and let me know in the comments if I don't care, dude. Spider-Man is my goat. It's that scene where it's his Spidey sense, and you get the zoom in, and
he's kind of just like walking around, and no one knows what's going
Yeah.
on. You don't even know what's going
You
on.
don't know,
You
'cause-
have a feeling, but you don't know what's going on.
and
You
it's
really
eerie,
don't.
dude, because everything's ringing and stuff, and it's
And then just bringing back the iconic Norman Osborn,
and making
Dr.
him
Octavius,
better, making them better.
making Electro better. You know, like
The only one that they fumbled the bag with was Sandman. Why bring him back if they were not going to do anything with it?
they couldn't. COVID restrictions.
What do you mean?
It was very hard to. They didn't film anything. Him and Lizard did not. The actors were not on set. They weren't. They had all they did was voice, and they used old footage.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, I can understand Lizard because it was a big thing. But Flint was in his Sandman form at all times. And
But that's why.
we never saw him like that though.
But that's what I'm saying. They only had him like that because they physically couldn't get him
Yes.
there. So yes, but it did have like that weak point. Lizard and Sandman, even a little bit of Electro were weak points in terms of that, but like it was carried by
Norman Osborn
and Doc Ock.
And Octavius.
And the fan payoff, I'm telling you, bro. Even those flaws, it's just the Andrew saving MJ.
Never have I wanted to see characters just conversate more.
Yeah.
I could literally watch a whole movie of them just talking in character.
And then the Spider-Man
Of
thing.
course, they had to do it.
The
whole
coordination at the end.
Yes,
Yep.
Peter 3. I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
Yeah.
he carried over the animation.
Andrew stole the show, bro.
It's crazy, dude.
He needs another fucking Spider-Man movie.
Bring him
Please,
back.
Just give us one more amazing
and get
Spider-Man
him to
movie.
die,
And
please.
just kill him off, please.
But give
properly.
Yes.
Brutally by the Sinister Six.
We should get an opening scene should be of what the Spider-Man that he described, literally not pulling back his punches.
Mm-hmm.
That is the way to open the film.
Yep.
And
And then have a Into the Spider-Verse type of death, like how Peter did with Miles in the first one, like where he gets just bested by the villains.
Yeah.
Gets beat to death.
Yeah.
Passes it on to Miles. Now you have your next Spider-Man for the next 9 years.
There you go, Sony.
Boom.
Stop trying to make fucking.
Who cares about Madam Web?
Who cares? Stop trying to make a Spider-Man film without fucking Spider-Man. Just take another Spider-Man that people love and don't fuck it up this time. Jesus Christ.
I don't understand why it's so stupid. Why it's so hard for them. They're so dumb. I'm so sorry.
We're literally. If two idiots can sit down here and write this, are you kidding me?
I don't know what's stopping them.
I don't know why.
It's the studio.
Okay,
Anyway,
backing off of this guy, I think one of the best Marvel Disney Plus show that has come out. The fuck is his name? Moon Knight.
you think that's the best one?
I think so.
I don't think it's so good. Oscar Isaac is fucking amazing.
The ending. I forgot about the ending.
Fuck. In one of our previous videos, you opened up a little bit about your childhood, and it reminded me of Moon Knight a little bit.
I resonate with this so much.
That. Yeah, I felt like you would.
I did.
It's a really good. It's a better show than what I think people. I think I like the. It doesn't have too much action, but it has the character development. Like it's more. It's so interesting. You need to know what happens next.
You do, and I think the only flaw that this had is the ending. I think the ending fight is just lackluster,
A little bit.
in my personal opinion. But that's the only flaw that I see in this movie. I would put it right under Loki.
Right behind Loki.
Yeah, right behind.
And goated
Yeah,
over Guardians.
over Guardians. But I will admit, I am being biased.
I think.
I'm being biased because I resonate
Yes.
with that scene. If you guys know the scene, it's brutal.
I can put it above Ragnarok for sure.
You don't put it above Guardians.
I don't know.
It's okay. We don't.
No. I'm thinking. It's good. It's good. I don't think it's above Guardians though.
Hey man, I knew I was being biased. I'm surprised I got this far.
Yeah, you're like I expected it to be unbearable, but I'd put it right there. I think that's a respectable spot.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Coming off of that, the Multiverse of Madness.
That was a that was a miss for me, man. I think that one suffered from too much fan theory. I thought coming off of No Way Home, we thought they were gonna give us all types of weird shit because it's called Multiverse of Madness. We only saw technically one other multiverse. We saw other ones, but they didn't stay there.
Yeah.
We saw maybe two.
I think they should have leaned more into. You said this earlier. The horror thing. They should have just let Sam Raimi do his thing because there's elements in this movie that are so damn eerie. I was scared.
Wanda, some of those Wanda
Yes,
shots,
they're
they
crazy.
were you can see like the vision. But I really do think that
Disney
they had
being Disney, man.
I just think they had an opportunity to make the first R-rated movie. It could have been their way to do this like before Deadpool.
Test the waters a bit.
and really it could have been the first horror MCU movie. I like superhero movies, like you said, that aren't superhero movies. They're specific movies that happen to be in the world of superheroes. Those do best.
It's not a bad movie. I would fight for it being in pretty bad.
Yeah.
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 I would.
And Doctor Strange. I'm already not the biggest Doctor Strange fan. So you know.
I think it goes above the Dark World though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one wasn't dead.
Yeah.
And coming off of that is the the Disney Plus show, Miss Marvel.
I really like this show.
I did too.
Yep, I really like this show.
I enjoy the show. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Anything above that,
No, I don't think. I mean, I think it's good for what it is. I think I'd put it above Ant-Man and the Wasp.
that high up?
Yeah, it's a good watch. It's a good antsy little teen show though. That's the reason why I don't think a lot of people liked it, because there was a lot of grown men that were like, I don't like this, and it's like, yeah, because it's not marketed for you.
Do you think it's better than WandaVision? Because we're going based off better than WandaVision, better than Iron Man 2, and better than Ant-Man.
I think it's better than. I think Ant-Man. The more I look at this list, I think Ant-Man's better than Iron Man 2. But
Move it over.
and then I think I put it above Iron Man 2.
Okay.
I don't think I put it above Ant-Man.
Respectable.
Right?
Respectable.
But it was a good show.
I think it was a good show.
She's the bright spot of Marvels.
Yes,
you know?
she is. I don't understand why people don't like Kamala Khan, because she is us. She is a fan of these superheroes, and she just happens to
be one, yeah.
to be a hero.
Yeah.
This is everybody's dream.
That's every like little kid's dream. Like I'd give that. I'd still give my left nut for that right now.
Coming off of that statement, Thor: Love and Thunder. I also think this movie gets a lot more flack than what it needs to be.
I think the expectations were just high. It
Yeah.
leaned too much into the studio. I think was like, they want funnier.
Yeah.
They're like, funny, we need funnier.
But it was the wrong type of funny. This was like
Dumb funny.
this was LOL XD kind of funny. That Screaming Gold's for no other reason than
The meme.
that's it. And I think this was a missed mark.
Christian Bale was great.
Christian Bale was amazing. They should have utilized him more, and
Yeah.
they should not have killed him off. I think he has potential to be just like a reoccurring, not even
Problem,
like,
yeah.
just a problem. Let him out in his own little corner of the universe.
In
In my personal opinion,
I think it's pretty bad.
I would still put it above these two though.
Yeah.
I think it's
It's right there.
yeah.
It had a chance, but it just didn't make it out.
This is the only project in this entire list that I have not watched.
Oh.
Is the I Am Groot special.
It's cute, but
Well-
it's not. It's like What If, like where it doesn't really. I think I put it behind the Hulk. It's not bad. It's just.
I have to solely take your.
It's just
your word for
whatever.
it.
Something.
Coming on to, I think this really has to be one of my favorite projects. Hot take, guys. I like She-Hulk.
Okay.
I like She-Hulk, and just hear me out. Just hear me out. I think this is such an adult show.
It is. Yeah.
She hooks up with another superhero. She's on Tinder, basically.
She twerks.
The twerking was really fucking cringy.
I'll take it. That
But-
fulfilled some.
Oh my God.
That made me.
I think this is the most young adult show that we have gotten, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Sure, it kind of carried over to the little feminism power part of Hollywood that just doesn't understand feminism, in my opinion. But I think this is a really good show that got flack from incels, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I liked it.
I
thought was
liked
good.
it.
It awoke things in me I didn't know were there. No, yeah, she was great. She was great. I honestly put it probably about maybe above What If.
I will agree with that.
Yeah.
I think it's good, but it's not that good. It was kind of under. I don't
It's
know.
not getting a second season. They spent too much money on the budget. The Hulk, for some reason, doing the Hulk movies, they just can't. They just haven't found a way to make it cost effective.
If they would have changed some elements, I feel like it would have
been great.
It would have been a great. I think the flaw was trying to establish that she's good by immediately being better than the Hulk that we know.
Yeah.
Like a person has to have flaws. That's what gets us behind them.
She didn't have like too much struggle.
Yeah.
Every superhero has a struggle.
Uh-huh.
She just kind of.
She did have a struggle, but it was like,
But it wasn't like the struggle that Banner
Yeah.
had to go through.
I'm
It's
telling you,
not- yeah.
it's a Hollywood's way of being. I am a good female because I can do what men can do, just better. That's not what makes empowering like woman, in my opinion.
For sure.
And actually, this is the second project that I have not seen.
Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Werewolf by Night.
Yeah,
Pretty solid. It actually was not bad. It's a good. You should watch it. I think it's a good watch. I do think it's a good watch.
where would you place it?
Definitely above She-Hulk.
Okay, I have to take your word for it.
Definitely above She-Hulk. It's good. It's solid.
Going based off of the list, there's a lot less duds than what I thought.
There's not too many duds. I don't think there's too many duds.
There's only
really.
4. Well,
really.
actually, this is prior to what we're about to get to.
Okay, for sure. What's next?
This is a tough one, Matt. This is a tough one. I think we have to judge it as a standalone film, and there's a lot of outside variables
Yeah. That. Yeah.
that
okay.
you just
What is it?
Wakanda Forever. You can feel the lack of presence that is in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult to judge for that reason. You know, they're the main pillar there is
The main
gone.
star.
He's gone, and
So there were some outside variables that kind of fueled the movie a little bit.
I will say something that really surprised me from this film was the fact that they did not show him
At all?
at all.
I mean, they showed a painting of him.
No, but like they didn't do the Disney thing of CGI reconstruction or
Oh
things
yeah,
like that.
yeah. I think Disney knows how to read the room. I think that would have been.
Well, they've done it before.
No, they've done it before, but not so fresh.
Yeah,
Not so fresh.
yeah. That's one of the things that I can commend this movie for is because that was one of my fears. I did not want to see Chadwick Boseman back on the screen.
I would have Paul Walker that bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine.
Paul Walker was a whole. It's because that was like halfway. They hadn't even begun shooting when this whole thing happened. You know what I mean?
That sucks. Yeah, I know.
So, with that stated, I think this film actually kind of lacks that presence.
I don't think the actress for Shuri could carry the movie the way that Chadwick Boseman could. Mm-hmm. I don't think Shuri was ever intended to carry a movie, and because of outside variables, she was thrusted. It was thrusted upon her to carry this movie. I don't think that she did. I don't think she. I think she did the best she could.
Yeah.
Neymar was solid, and I'm glad they didn't kill him off.
Yeah.
I like that they didn't kill him off.
Good.
But I don't think it's. I think it's
another good thing about the movie. It was great to see Hispanic representation for the first time in film, like authentically. Like that's like as Mexican as you can get, and that was nice. But with all that, it's still a good project. I just looking at the list, I think it's slightly above Shang-Chi for me, right underneath Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah. It's not better than Homecoming.
I don't think so.
I think I'll put it better over Shang-Chi. Yeah.
Just because the film does hits those beats. Like you can feel his presence out, and sometimes it helps the film, but a lot of the time it doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Now, moving past that, I believe this is the Guardians.
Yeah, the Christmas special.
The Christmas special,
Yeah.
which
It's fun.
it's really fun.
It's actually really good. It's actually not bad.
it-
It's going to become a part of my Christmas ritual to watch
Wow.
it. I watched it for Christmas.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It's something I will watch every Christmas.
Where would you rank it?
in
Godly?
front of
Just for the
Infinity
memes,
War.
we're gonna throw it
In
right
front of
there.
Infinity War. What's it called? That should be the thumbnail. Like when you show the list and have like Thor fucking the Dark World in the top.
Here,
Godly.
I'm going to just go ahead and move this around just for clickbait. If you click because of this reason,
Put Eternals and Godly.
Gotcha, bitch.
Put Eternals and Godly.
gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha. I put that one.
Where's it going?
It's good. It's good. I definitely could put it above What If for what it is. What If doesn't. Yeah, for what it is.
Is it better than She-Hulk?
No.
I don't know, man. It's nice. It's nice.
It might be better than She-Hulk. Is it better than what's after She-Hulk? Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by
It's
Night.
better than Werewolf by Night.
You
Is it
think?
better than Iron Man 2?
No.
Okay, then I
No.
think it's behind Iron Man 2.
Right behind Iron Man 2. All right. And with that, Matt comes. What the fuck is. Oh boy.
What is it?
Quantumania.
I think this movie's not as bad as people make it out to be.
I can agree with you. Just the thing is that we're setting up a hero, right?
Yeah.
We're setting up the big bad that we know is going to carry the next
Couple phases, yeah.
Yes. Why the fuck do you pin him against? I'm sorry. I love Scott Lang, but he is a street level hero. To have him defeated by an Ant-Man depletes anything that you're going to base him to be. He is not a threat. If someone like Lang, who doesn't immediately have superpowers, can take him down, I don't care what happens. Him and Wasp took him down. He is not a threat. Somebody like Spider-Man is easily going to he's going to piece him up. There's no doubt about it. That was one of my most infuriating things about this film, and the fact that they brought someone like MODOK, that is such a presence in the comics, and made him the butt of a joke. Quite literally, his butt was a joke at some point. So with those factors, this movie infuriates me because of what it could have been and what it is. To me, it's unbearable.
Damn, unbearable?
Unfucking bearable. And I love Ant-Man. I love Paul Rudd's portrayal. I love Scott Lang. He has a lot of scene stealers in the movies that he's in. But in this one, fuck that shit, dude.
I don't think it's that bad.
You can state your case. I'm just telling you.
I don't think it's a bad thing that Ant-Man beat him. Because he didn't really beat him. He won the battle. He didn't win the war.
But see, Matt, when first impressions are everything.
But... Yes, kind of, but not when we're dealing with. It's not like we're dealing with a Thanos, where it's like if Thanos would have got his ass whooped in a post-credit scene in Avengers, or by I don't know, Hawkeye, right? Whatever, like
literally that's it.
But the thing is that because of Kang himself, there's so many variables. I mean, there's so many variants that some are gonna lose. Not every Kang variant is supposed to. We don't even know if that was the actual Kang that was. I don't believe that was the actual Kang who. It goes two ways. I just don't know if that was like Prime Kang. There's so many other variants out there. Of course, some have to lose.
He went by Kang the Conqueror, so I don't know.
But He Who Remains is the most powerful Kang at this point in time. We don't know if He Who...
At this point of time that we know of.
What I'm saying is we don't know if Kang the Conqueror turns into He Who Remains. I just don't know.
But you're basing this off of like other variables that are not in the film. If you're establishing a menace, a absolute, I've killed Avengers before, I am a threat. Why the fuck are you gonna be taken out by ants? I don't care how advanced they got, by ants and by Ant-Man.
Because he's not at his full power, and we're not dealing with. Unfortunately,
Do you know that though? Do you know that for a fact?
But we don't not know that is what I'm saying. That's why I say I can't knock it, because we don't. There's so many. We're not dealing with a singular villain here. We're dealing with a villain who has multiple variants of themselves.
Yes,
we just don't know.
Yes, I think that is a nice thing to say. But this is our introduction to
I get it.
Do you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Because prior to this, it was Loki season 1, and this isn't Loki season 2, He Who Remains.
Yeah.
This is Loki season 1, the goofy one. So when we get introduced to another Kang that is supposed to be the menace, sure, there can be other variants of him. I'm sure that there's other people that are worse than him. But I think...
He was menacing?
He was menacing. No, all of that gets reversed when you get beaten by Ant-Man. And not only the way he got beaten by getting basically electrocuted from the back. Are you fucking kidding me?
He wasn't full power, man. His technology's fucked up. And Ant-Man's an Avenger, bro. I don't know what you want me to say.
Street level.
He's an Avenger.
There's levels to this.
He's an Avenger, bro.
Street level.
He's an Avenger.
Was he ever crowned an Avenger?
Yeah.
By who?
Cap.
No, he nenever made him an Avenger.
By default.
No.
By default.
I don't think that's how
when
it works.
his side got inaugurated.
Because on a technicality, Spider-Man is an Avenger.
Yes.
Do I agree with that title? I don't think so. As much as I love
Spider-Man. He got knighted.
On a technicality,
he got knighted.
But I don't think Spider-Man deserves that seat at the table just yet.
Are you not granting him the rank of Avengers Master?
I personally, as much as I love Spider-Man, I don't agree.
Anyway, okay. I get what you're saying. Okay, let's dial it back a little bit.
I think this is the most passionate I've been for any, because this was I was mad, bro.
Where do you put it at? You said unbearable?
I said unbearable.
Put it in unbearable.
I said unbearable. I
can't defend it anymore.
I think it's
I'm
above
arguments.
I think it's above Eternal, because at least this one is
at least because you like Scott Lang.
Yeah. And that's the problem, is that I like this character, and I was excited for them.
The ending was cool, though.
Yes.
You know, it was a lot of reshoots, though. That ending was reshot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about it.
Yeah.
It's just infuriating.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
We can put it there.
Okay. Hopping off of that.
Shit.
Off of that unbearable, passionate thing. We go on to something a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more loved. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Lighthearted?
Yeah.
Guys, it's not lighthearted. That movie hurt my soul multiple times. I cried 4 times 4 different distinct moments made me cry in that movie. Animal cruelty just hits the.
I forgot what movie we were talking about.
You're like, it's. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's not a lighthearted movie. Without any thought, godly. I put it in godly.
Really?
On James Gunn's Way Out, last probably Guardian movie we're gonna get for a while. The Rockets movie. It's a rocket movie.
I think this should be the last Guardians movie. Period.
They're gonna make more.
They shouldn't.
They will. They shouldn't.
I don't.
They will.
Please don't.
They will.
Please don't. This was a great send off, but godly.
Yeah, I think the
Matthew.
emotional beats of the movie.
Cornelius.
Jarvis, let me. No, I'm just kidding.
You found your thing. You found your thing. You're gonna stick to.
Just because it bothers you a little bit, you know. I think emotionally, a standalone film. It's a great standalone film. It's probably one of the better standalone films. It's the best one in the trilogy. I think it's better than number 1 because it gives us all the characters we know and love. And Rocket's story is probably the most heartbreaking one in there. Thor's up there with like pain level, but Rocket really. I put it above. I definitely put it in godly. I don't know. I can make a slight argument above Captain America Winter Soldier, but I put it at the back end of godly. Directed well, soundtracks well, stories well. It was everything. It has very little flaws. One flaw maybe is Adam Warlock, and even then it wasn't horrible. Just wasn't the strongest part of the movie. But the send-offs, Peter seeing his grandpa, Gamora leaving, send-off movie. Godly. It's godly. Do you not think so?
No, man, you won me over. I was gonna put it on the very top of goated.
I think it's godly.
But you know what I was worried about
What?
with this film? I did not want that the fact of the lack of duds affect my opinions about this movie.
Yeah.
Because it was not the very first, but it was the first thing in a while that was good.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like a little dry spell. Yeah.
But
it's up there.
up here, and even then, I think this is gonna put into perspective. Sure, we've added some, but based off all of these guys up here,
That's a good percentage.
we're still in the green.
That's still a good percentage.
Moving on from that, Secret Invasion. Secret motherfucking invasion.
Pretty bad. They had a chance to make it interesting.
I think it goes back to the whole Quantumania thing, is that they had everything.
Yeah.
They had Nick
They
Fury.
they had everything.
Nick Fury should never be a main character, in my opinion. I think he works the best in the shadows, but they had him there. They had the Skrulls.
They had a really big opportunity.
The Secret Invasion story arc in the comics, it lasted as much as the Infinity Saga.
Yeah. And it's a good one.
It's
Because some superheroes came out to be Skrulls, and you were like, yo, you were this for so long? Like,
this, I think the way to do this is to this should have been their first, well, not the first because Loki, but their ongoing series.
yeah.
If this was an ongoing series,
If it had more time to kind of wrap around the story.
sign it for either more episodes or more seasons. Get this through. Get us to believe that Skrulls are a menace. Have that freaking
That paranoia of not knowing who you can trust.
Have Nick Fury, because he shines in those moments. Have him shine, and have season 2 be a little bit more of what the tail end or what the middle of the series was.
Yeah.
Make it a slow burn, but the fact that this suffered from time and for execution.
Yeah. They had a very great opportunity to give Nick Fury a proper character arc, and they totally
Butchered it.
They totally just didn't give him any payoff. He didn't learn any lesson at the end of this. They had something going with his like failed promise and what they could have done with that, and they just squandered it. I put it in pretty bad.
No, I put it in fucking unbearable.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
Worse or better than Eternals? I think I could watch Eternals more than I can watch Secret Invasion. Yeah. So yeah, I think I put it in unbearable.
Wait, so how are we judging these? Are we going like this is like the worst?
I thought mid was the worst.
No, but like more top of the list is like worse.
Yeah, no. More top of this is better. So towards the end,
it's better. Okay, so I would say this for Quantumania.
Oh really? Behind Eternals.
Behind Eternals.
Oh shit. Okay. I just give the acting. Jonathan. Quantumania was at least entertaining.
You're right.
Eternals, well, Jonathan Major, it was tantalizing. It just wasn't satisfying. Eternals, I wasn't entertained at all. And no one's gonna talk about that big celestial just hanging outside the Earth. It's been like how long now? I don't know. I put it, but I think it's behind Eternals.
There are elements in
Actually, I think it's above Eternals. Yeah.
I think there are elements in Secret Invasion that do work. It's just not enough of them to make this to even put it in pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I would watch Nick Fury over Eternals,
yeah.
in my personal opinion. But going off of that, I think another movie that's just getting flack for the sake of getting flack, The Marvels.
I gotta take your word for it. I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for Disney. Oh, it's on Disney Plus now.
It is on Disney
I should
Plus
watch
now.
it. Fuck.
I think this movie redeemed Carol Danvers just a bit for me.
Oh, really?
Just a bit for me.
What about Monica Rambeau?
Oh, she's great.
Kamala Khan?
Kamala Khan is
Carries. She carries.
Yeah, Kamala Khan is
Awesome.
it's her dynamic with her family. I don't want to give any spoilers, but the dynamics between them I think work pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it's a pretty solid movie. I think it's good. I would put it right slightly better than Black Widow, though.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too good, but I think
But it works. It's good enough. Okay. I'll take your word for it.
And then
But it is getting a lot more flack for
Yes.
unnecessary reasons, I believe. Yeah.
I do agree with that. And this is this show over?
Which one?
Echo?
Yeah, I think they're all released.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I haven't even started to watch this.
I
Have
haven't
you?
seen this one either. I heard it's not horrible, but not great.
Well, for the fuck of it, it is going on the top of the list for Godly.
Godly until proven
Godly it
otherwise.
is until proven otherwise. Thank you guys so much for watching the ultimate amateur hour Marvel MCU tier list of all time. And there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
about this, and you can't tell me otherwise.
How do you feel about it?
Okay, let's actually judge this a little bit better. We'll just put it on telling.
Yeah,
Good.
just, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? How do you feel about the list?
We did no revisions. Do you want to do any revisions?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you feel satisfied with that? I honestly feel satisfied for the most part.
I think so.
I think we changed up the little ones that I think not too many bads, but maybe a lot of in the middles.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad percentage to be. I'd rather
it's
you
not.
have decent, good, great than
I will say, as we got more into the series, a lot of them went just middle of the road.
yeah. They
lot
started
of
to
them.
get just a little lackluster. It's hard to keep up that level of greatness.
It is. Like I said, like we said, Russo brothers, 1,
Come
2,
back, please.
3, 4. Four of the top hitters, they're taking up slots there.
Yeah.
That's it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You only have 1, 2, and 3 separate directors that just were able to accommodate what they did in 4 films.
Yeah, 4 films. Yeah.
That is crazy.
No, I feel pretty solid about the list. I would love to hear your guys' opinions on it and see if you guys had any changes, alterations, things, arguments for something that we didn't touch on.
If you guys want to, I'm going to go ahead and link the tier list up in the description. Go and make your own list, please. Send it to us at
And we'll send it to us on Instagram.
on
send it to
Instagram on our
us
Instagram page. It's gonna be right here.
somewhere. I'm not doing that no more.
Right
He never
there.
listens to me.
Let us know in the comments if you agree, disagree. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, the Amateur Hour MCU tier list.
Amateur Tears
Amateur tiers.
with Matt and Jarvis.
That's okay.
Thank you,
And
guys.
with that, guys, we will see you next week. Go watch every other video that we have, please.
Yep.
We love you all. Bye bye.
You're
You're like a dream that's come true. I only wish you knew you're all I've waited for.